Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my eyeshadow palette collection. One of my favorite types of makeup are eyeshadow palettes, so I decided that I would do an entire video on all of my makeup palettes, the ones that I like the most, the ones that I like the least. But honestly, I love all of my palettes. It's just that some of them I like more than others. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing with you guys all of these palettes that I own. So yeah, if you guys want to see my palette collection and my favorites, then just keep watching. The first palette that I want to talk about is my Naked palette. This is definitely one of my favorite palettes that I have, especially because of the quality of these eyeshadows. The eyeshadows are super buttery and they're very pigmented and they just look really good on the eyes. When I swatch these, they swatch so nicely. Like you can just feel how buttery they are. They're super pigmented. One of the reasons I absolutely love this palette in particular is because this palette has like some plummy tones in the end right here. So it's neutral, but it also has some color to it, which I really like. Well, this color called Gunmetal, as you can tell, has a very like blue undertone to it. And then these are a little bit more plummy. I just love this palette and I've used this a ton this year, so I definitely love the Naked palette. I also have the Naked 2 palette. This one is like, it's very neutral. Like out of all three of the Naked palettes, this one is the one I would say has like the most just like straight neutral shades. There's no like colorfulness to it. I love this color right here. It's called Half Baked. It's this beautiful gold color. I love golds so much. Also this color Copper, it's really beautiful. It's like gold, but it has like a lot of peachiness and pink to it. And then this color Tease right here. This is the perfect brown color for like a crease color or a transition color. I just think this palette is really beautiful. This is probably my favorite of the three. I really like the packaging a lot. I like the color of the packaging and just like the texture of it. It just looks really pretty and I just really like it. I like this palette because all of the eyeshadows have like a pink tone to them, and a lot of them are very plummy and beautiful. I really like these shades right here, which are like brown colors, but they have like a plumminess to them. They have like a purple undertone to them, so you can make like this like pinky smoky eye. It's so gorgeous. I just think this palette is so beautiful and I love how it has a pink undertone to it. So it's neutral, but it has this pink undertone. They're just very beautiful and they look gorgeous on the eyelids. I love this palette. I recently bought this palette. It's the Lorac Unzipped palette. This reminds me of the Naked 3 palette because it has like plum and pinky toned eyeshadows. I really like this color right here. It's like a maroon burgundy color. It's called Unbridged. It's very beautiful. I also love, this is my favorite color in the entire palette, this one right here called Undercover. I know it's the one that you'd be like, why is that your favorite color? Because it's so light, you can probably barely see it. This color is so beautiful. I really like it because it is a pigmented cream color, and it's my favorite cream color that I have out of all of my eyeshadows. I call this a very pale, bright cream. It is gorgeous all over the eyelids and it's super pigmented, and a lot of the creams that I have are not as pigmented as this, and it's just beautiful. But I also really like this palette. It's just, all of the colors are so pigmented and buttery, and Lorac is another one of those brands that have really nice quality eyeshadows. I love them. Another palette that I have is the Lorac Pro palette. I really like the Lorac Pro palettes because they have a row of mattes and then a row of shimmers, and I like palettes that have an equal amount of mattes and shimmers. I feel like you can create more looks with them. I'd rather eyeshadow palettes have the equal amount of mattes that they do shimmers than have like a bunch of shimmers and then like have two mattes. So I really like how Lorac did this. But yeah, my favorite colors in this palette are definitely these three right here, Champagne Gold and Light Bronze. I like putting them all over my eyelid, and I really like these two shades right here for my crease, Mauve and Sable. They're beautiful. I love this palette. It's neutral, but it has some colorfulness to it also. Like in the end here, it has maroon and blues and like purple toned eyeshadows. It's absolutely gorgeous. I also have the Lorac 2 palette. This is the one I've definitely used the most. My palettes almost all fell. This palette I've definitely used a lot this year. I really like this, again, because the top row are mattes, the bottom row are shimmers. I really like how this palette is neutral, but it has a lot of like bright colors also in it, or like more colorful eyeshadows. The pigmentation is just amazing. I barely dipped my finger in it and so much pigmentation came out. It's just perfect. I love this color Chrome right here. It's a taupe shade. It's really beautiful. I also really like light brown for like a transition or crease color. I like this color Rose. It's really beautiful. It's a neutral but has like a lot of like pinkiness to it, and it's like a tan color. I absolutely love this palette. The colorful palette that I have is the BH Party Girl palette. If you are looking for a bright, super colorful eyeshadow palette that's inexpensive, then I definitely recommend this. As you can tell, most of this palette is colorful. There are a couple of neutral shades in this palette, but most of it is colorful. I really like this palette. I like how it comes with this bright red, it comes with this bright blue, it has a bunch of gorgeous colorful shades, and I like how it comes with this yellow. It's like a straight up like yellow color. I love it. This is a very inexpensive palette, and the quality of the eyeshadows are very good for the price. They're not as good as like Urban Decay. They're definitely not as buttery as like Urban Decay or Lorac, but for the price, these are very pigmented and very nice, and they're really good quality for their price, so I definitely like them. So let me just swatch them so you guys can see how pigmented they are. So yes, they're definitely very pigmented. They're not as buttery, like I said, as like Urban Decay, but they're really good quality for the price. If you're looking for a little small palette to bring like on vacation, or if you're going somewhere and you just need like a little palette to bring and you really like neutral eyeshadows, then I definitely recommend this. It has some really neutral colors in here. You can put, you know, this color Walk of Shame all over the eyelids, and then you can put this in the crease and then darken up the outer corners with this dark color here. It's just something you can do like a simple neutral look with. Next, let's move on to a colorful palette. It's so beautiful if you do love colorful eyeshadows, and if you kind of just want to have some colorful eyeshadows if you ever need them, or if you like to experiment with colorful eyeshadows like I do, then I definitely recommend this palette. The last palette that I want to talk about is my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. One of the amazing things about this palette is that it smells like chocolate. It smells like chocolate. It smells so good. That makes this palette like so much better. I really like how they made it smell like chocolate. Like, that is amazing. I like this color right here. It's like a pinky shimmery color. This gold right here, and then these two colors right here. This one's like a mid-tone brown color. It's good for like the crease, and then this color right here, which is, this is more of like a peachy pink toned brown that I love putting in the crease when I use this color. I like using these two together. They're really beautiful. Too Faced also has a really good quality eyeshadows. I love how buttery and amazing these are. They are just so amazing. A lot of like variety in this palette, so I really like it, and it looks like a little chocolate bar, so I think that's really cute. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my palettes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!